All right, so we're back in the saddle here and pushing our way along the Sturgeon River here, or the Namewaminikan River. You see we're kind of cutting through a kind of a low area here. This was probably a dead arm, or kind of an arm of the river here. It kind of reached up here and they built sort of this this causeway through there. Again, you can see lots of remnants, lots of spikes, and again, lots of the raspberries. The boys have been busy picking and eating raspberries as we kind of worked our way along. All right, so our next, as far as I know, our next stop isn't coming up for about 1.5 kilometers. This is kind of a quiet sort of section. There's not a ton of stuff kind of going on. So our next stop is going to be at the milepost 39 marker, and shortly after that there's going to be a bridge crossing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zip you ahead there, and if there's anything that is worth pointing out, we will stop and take a look at. So just enjoy the scenery. I'm going to enjoy the nice breeze here that's just kicked up. Okay, we're going through a little we're going through a cut here. You see the base of the telegraph pole. Again, it gets a little grown in here. Luna's trying to run down the boys here. You can see some pieces of tie that never made it out. And here you can see the river. Oh, just a beautiful view. Now it's kind of interesting. I got to point this out because on a previous episode further up, there was actually a flip-flop that looked like that, and so maybe that's the twin for it. And the only difference is that was near milepost like 29.5, so somebody lost some flip-flops a pretty far distance. Yeah, this is just a spectacular view here of the river. Not too much there's not too much water in the river. Again, it's been very dry. So here you can see all the some of the rock fill that's been dumped in here to all the riprap to reinforce the grade and make sure that the river doesn't erode it. There you could probably see what was the original shoreline of the river. Here there's a little rock cut. Again, we have no idea how long, how big. Looks kind of just itty bitty here. Maybe about 4 feet high. Lots of ballast here. And this rock cut continues here. And here we're into another rock cut. So this one here is a little bit bigger, particularly on the north side. You can see here it's maybe about 10-12 feet. Again, lots of remnants, tie plates, rail anchors. This rock cut just kind of continues here. pretty long. It's a pretty long rock cut. We are kind of curving here around a little hill. That's pretty high here now. Now we're starting to get on the south side here. We're kind of into the maybe 15 feet mark or maybe more. This is one of the bigger rock cuts in this this whole area here, because there's not too much rock work here, because we are kind of in a bit of a river valley. So it's kind of neat to see the rock work. And so here it looks like it's kind of coming to an end. And so what we're going to do is obviously just kind of keep plugging along. And again, our next stop is going to be coming up. You can hear the river running here. You can hear a little kind of rapids on the river, and we're just going to keep plugging away along to the west here. So we're back pedaling. And here we're starting to make a turn more to the north. Yeah, we're 305 degrees, so definitely making a turn. Another rock cut coming up here, just a little one. There you can actually see, you don't see this too often, you can actually see the drill marks from the drilling machine where they're drilling into the rock cut. You don't see that very often, because they were kind of right at the beginning of the use of machinery to do these rock cuts. So the rock cut just kind of continues. Again, we're kind of skirting along a little ridge or a little hill, and that's why we're getting a bit of this rock work. Now over here, it's not particularly high. It's probably 5 feet or so. Gets a little bit taller over here. Now we're starting to work maybe into the 10-foot range, or maybe a little bit more. Again, you can see the drill marks. They're very, very, very prominent. Again, you have to remember that this was all done right at sort of the dawn of the age of kind of mechanization. So they're just starting to employ mechanized drilling equipment to drill the blast holes, and they're still using fairly crude explosives. Today, the modern explosives they use to blast rock create very controlled sort of explosions compared with what you saw in the past, right? The old kind of more volatile explosives would really fracture the rock and kind of fling it all over the place, where the modern explosives just kind of crack it a little bit, just so they can remove it. And here it just continues. So again, quite a bit of rock work on this section here. And here it seems to kind of transition a bit into a cut. Oh, here comes Luna. She's all excited to see me. It's like a big reunion. All right, so we passed through a little cut here, and we're going to be coming up here in a second to where the milepost 39 marker should be. Don't know if it's going to be there or not. The last couple markers were missing. You can see over here there's a piece of a telegraph pole. So you can see the cross beam from a telegraph pole. Again, there was a little rain last night here, and it's wet everywhere and it's humid. Not necessarily fun days to be kind of out here in the bush. Oh, we actually have the sign that's still there. So we actually have one. So there is the obviously the milepost 39 marker. So again, that is the mileage on the Kinghorn. So for the original Canadian Northern Railway Long Lake subdivision, we have to add 100.8, so the mileage should be 139.8. All right, so what we're going to do is keep pushing our way along here, and we're going to be coming up to a bridge crossing very shortly.